Hey everyone, welcome to Legal Alien Racing. This is the league race final at Dallas Karting Complex. 12 laps. I qualified second, finished third in the pre-final, and so I'm starting third in the final here. Chris won the pre-final on a little bit of a weird last lap, last corner deal. So he's starting on pole, and then Chance is to the left there. So we get the green flag. I'm going to try to push Chris past Chance through the second turn coming up here. Not able to do it. I get past there. Chris opens the door there, so I go for third place. Chance is in the lead. Again, opening lap, we're trying to figure out what kind of kart you have as far as handling, speed, brakes, etc. I mentioned I test the brakes out when we're going up to grid. I also sometimes test them out on the warm-up lap when we're going up to start the race. It's a good opportunity just to see if the brakes are touchy or not.
Nice handling.
There's Justin right behind me. Look at that. I'm able to time that move. So I'm getting bumped, so I know someone's back there, and I turn right there, and I think it is Justin at that point. I'm just not really sure, but I was pretty sure it was. I caught just a glimpse of his helmet. Take a defensive line, doesn't matter. Justin goes around me on the outside. And he goes into second place there. And right here I get a run on third place. Right here, a little bumping, and I'm thinking about going for it, and then back off right there. Reason I backed off was because if you're new to league racing, if I'm not at least halfway up his kart before we start the turn, it's my responsibility to avoid the wreck, and I need to back off. If I'm halfway up the kart or more, it's my corner. I have rights to the corner. He has to give me room to the inside. That's a good example of when to back off and when to go for it. Had I stayed in it, he likely would have turned into me and spun out, and it would have been 100% my fault. Getting challenged here by somebody.
Can't do nothing about that.
That's Joe right there in front of me. So right here, same person as before, same spot. This time I do get a run, get next to him, and able to make that pass.
Chance is out front. Faster cars behind him.
Chance doing a good job staying up front. He's got a pack of really fast cars behind him.
Chance can't defend.
So if you're interested in racing with us out at DKC and League Night, only requirements, not really, I think there's only two, is you have to be, I think, 16 years old or older, and you have to at least driven in at least one rental session. That's pretty much it. All right, so right here, that's Chance right in front of me. I get a run on him, and right there we're both like, well, my car doesn't have much either. What about yours? And tells me the same thing. And I'm able to make the pass on the outside, which normally probably shouldn't happen, but we were able to pull it off. He does a good job of hanging in there. So I nudged Chance out, who again is right behind me, in last year's overall points battle in the heavies class by 3 points. So it was a super tight battle for the overall championship. That's Tommy right there overtaking him, and the chicane here, you see Chance getting raced pretty hard. Looks like a little bit of a dive bomb, possibly. It's kind of hard to tell.
Halfway. Nice. Oh, that's Tommy.
Try to follow Tommy through there and hang with him, but you can see here it's just not really working out. He just drives away from me, and there's nothing I can do about that. So real quick, going back to league racing, those are the only two prerequisites for driving in league. If you weigh 191 pounds or more with all of your gear on, you can drive in the heavies class. If you don't, you have to go to lights. Now, if you qualify for heavies, you can drive in the lights class, but it's probably going to be a pretty big disadvantage for you. And it's a lot of fun. We have a race usually once a month. If it rains, as long as it's not a current downpour or the track's not completely underwater on some portions, we'll race. So we've had rain races before. It's a completely different dynamic and feel. It's a lot of fun, but it's pretty cool. Sometimes we run the track backwards like we are tonight. It just kind of depends, because some people get really good at running the track the regular way, and then they run the track backwards, and people have to try to figure this out on the fly, and makes things just different. So yeah, come out and race with us if you're interested. Great place to learn about karting and racing etiquette, racecraft, etc. I think the longer you race, the better you get at making decisions on when to go for something and when to back off. Again, that comes from experience, just being in that situation several times. You tend to get a better feel for things.
Can't defend that.
All right, number 20, that is my friend that I met at Lone Star Kart Park, Sosa. So if you watched that racing series for that season at Lone Star Kart Park, that number 20, that's Sosa. This is his first race at DKC, and he's doing pretty well. This kart seemed to get worse the longer the run went, for some reason. It just seemed to start struggling a little bit more than normal.
Fuck.
I messed up there. Language. So a race like this, you know, you're not going to be in contention to win. Just try to minimize the damage as much as possible and get a good points finish. Because you never know how the season's going to turn out, and trying to hold on and get points in a race like this could sometimes be the difference between winning a championship and losing one. And I think, again, last season was a perfect example at winning by only 3 points. Let's say I'm frustrated right now, which, you know, I kind of am, but if I just pull off and quit, you know, that could cost you a podium at the end of the season for the overall results. So just hang in there if you're having a night like this. And also, too, some of my best drives, and I think other people's best drives, have been when they don't have like a winning kart that's capable of winning the race, but they're able to bring it home with a good finish. That's a satisfying drive sometimes, because you know you maximize the performance of the kart and what it's capable of doing.
Here you go.
So sometimes that's kind of satisfying in its own way. So 19 here is going to take kind of a weird line. Right here.
I can't take advantage of that. This cart's stronger. Look at that. It just pulls away. Didn't do anything wrong. Dang, this cart's way faster.
So it's the way it goes. They tell us about the karts and the drivers' meeting, which, by the way, is at 7:30. And the format of the racing is drivers' meeting is usually at 7:30. We do qualifying, pre-final, and a final. 25 people get to race in the final race. If we have more than that registered, they usually do two separate two separate qualifying sessions, and they'll take the top 20 qualifiers, and they automatically go to the pre-final. Everybody else goes to the last chance qualifier. From there, top 5 people end up going to the final race. They don't get the race in the pre-final though. They go to the final, and they start in positions 21 through 25. All right, just trying to get this race finished up, but I see some people kind of coming up on me, so they're going to make the last lap pretty interesting. Just trying to maintain my lines here, run as fast as I can run. Don't know who's back there. Again, can't really turn around and see. but I caught glimpses and I know someone's back there. Happens to be chance. Takes a look in here. I'm gonna realize it's him here in a second.
Let's go, Chance.
All right, I'm able to clear him there, but then I see somebody else coming in, so I take a defensive line to the middle, and he swings out wide, and I just barely get him at the start-finish line, so that was a pretty cool little finish. Finished ninth place overall. You know, not the result we wanted, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, drop a comment on anything you want to comment about. Let's talk about anything you want to talk about. And thanks for watching like always, and I will see you next time. Y'all take it easy.